Trading with Howie Roseman is dangerous. It is dangerous. If you're a team like the Saints, you trade and all of a sudden you lose out on a top 5 pick. And if you're a team like the Titans, you trade with Howie and get ripped off, you're going to get fired.
Stand up! New York Giant fans, Baddog, are you ready for game number 1?
Let's freaking go, baby! I'm ready! Let's do it! We look good out here! We look good today!
Daniel Jones is going to be better than Dak Prescott. When I said I wanted to punch him in the windpipe and watch him choke to death, I would like to punch him right in the freaking mouth!
Not many people talk about dolphin sex, so I am probably the best in the world at that. You know, I'm one of the better ones at that. That's probably my best talent, actually. And I am banned from SeaWorld. That is true, actually.
I would let a bald eagle piss in my mouth right now for a Eagles victory.
The Giants always stink. Yo, by the way, King Dingbat here, and hope everybody's having a great day. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you're hanging in there. You know what? Trading with Howie Roseman is dangerous. It is dangerous. That man don't play. He's got his big glasses on, his pocket pencil protector, his protractor. He's calculating the calculations. And if you trade with him, you're going to lose. Teams are going to get scared of trading with this guy because they give up top 5 picks. They actually fire their GM after they play the Eagles. It is crazy. Now, we're going to get into it and a bunch more in a second. But before we do that, if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that like button. More importantly, make sure you subscribe for daily Eagles content, NFL content. And if you're new to the channel, if you've been subscribed for a while, just double check. Double check. Make sure everything is still good. You're subscribed. Everything is ready to go because things get a little crazy sometimes. Now, speaking of crazy, Cop Pizzle. We got to address Cop Pizzle right now. I'm waiting. I haven't heard anything. I'm sure he's taking it all in. I'm sure he's a little rattled right now. I look forward to his response for the bet offer that I put on the table. I want the belt. And also, don't think for 1 second I forgot about Baddog. I haven't forgotten about Baddog. Matter of fact, I got a little trade offer for Baddog. We're going to go after Pizzle. Let's go back after Baddog. After all, Baddog, he's always into some sort of shenanigans. The guy works for NASA. What do you expect? Okay? Baddog is a mad dog. Cause he knows the Giants always stink. They trade Odell Beckham and Daniel Jones. They stink. And he's got the ugliest feet on YouTube. Definitely. Now, here's my offer for Baddog. And Baddog, feel free to counter me any way you want. I'm open to it. But as many of you guys know, Baddog always wears a hat. Philly 500 wears a hat a lot of times on here. But if you look, Philly 500's got a nice head of hair. Philly 500's got paisan hair. You know, it's all that tomatoes I eat. That little gabagool, little cannolis. Keeps your hair on your head. So, Philly 500 has hair on his head. Baddog has 0. Baddog has more hair on his back than on his head. He has 0. I say this. If the Eagles beat the Giants this Sunday, I want Baddog to have to stream the next time the Eagles play the Giants. I want him to have to stream with the hat off. And this is an easy bet. And I want him to have to wear a toupee. A ugly ass toupee that I will try to pick out for him. I want it to look ugly, and I want him to have to wear it, and I want him to look serious wearing it, and I think it'll be hilarious to have Baddog with some old raggedy ass looking toupee on. That is like just the worst toupee you could find. Any suggestions, let me know. And listen, if the Giants win somehow, what I want from Baddog, what I'll do for Baddog, I will go out and get more Giants gear. I will wear it during the Eagles-Giants stream, and I may even put background Giants stuff up for the bet. Now, if it's not good enough for him, that's fine. He can feel free to counter, but that is my offer. I want Baddog, the Mad Dog, in a toupee. That's what I want. So, offers out to Baddog, let him know. Now, let's get into the Eagles, because I had a couple people, why are you making bets? We want to talk about the Eagles, don't talk about betting. I know what I want. I know what I want, right? This is Giants week, man. This is Giants week. You gotta go full throttle, man. We should have played the Giants much earlier in the year. But, one of the things that people are talking about today is A.J.Brown went off against the Titans, as you know. And what happened today? The Titans fired their GM. Get this. Twitter, A.J. got Titans GM fired. John Robinson is out days after A.J. Brown torched the Titans. We have NFL's best Twitter reactions. So I'm not going to read all the reactions. But basically, they fired the GM. It was that embarrassing for the Titans that they fired their GM. And I got to tell you, it's the right move. It's the right move. And the reason I say that is when you have a team like the Titans that have been legitimate contenders, they were a number one seed at one point, and you're that close to being able to go to the Super Bowl, you don't let a guy like A.J. Brown go. You don't let a guy like it. And Howie moved in, he ripped them off, and guess what? It's going to cost you. And after the performance, I think that if I was the owner, I probably would have done the same thing. But if I was the owner, I would have stepped in and I would have said, no, you're my GM, but we're signing A.J. Brown. Get it done. That's what I would have said. So once again, Howie Roseman wins another trade. The guy don't lose trades. The guy doesn't lose trades. And here's the thing. It's to the point where he rips off every team he trades with so bad, I'm afraid the teams are going to be scared to even trade with him. I think GMs are going to get so scared to try to trade with him because when you trade with him, bad things happen to you. It just does. And what do I mean by that? What are you doing, cat? Oh my God, this cat. Hold on. I'm sorry, I went to go grab the cat to show you the cat, but it ran off, so it is what it is. Now, as we were saying, Howie Roseman is got to be scaring the hell out of GMs in the NFL. It's going to get to the point they don't want to trade for him or trade with him because every time you do, something bad happens to you, right? I mean, think about it. The Titans fire their GM. The Saints. What about the Saints? The Saints stink. I mean, they stink. Okay? They blow that game last night to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Thank goodness. But can you imagine being that bad and you're not going to pick in the first round? It's brutal. And believe me, Howie Roseman did his homework on the Saints. He knew that they weren't going to be good, and he knew that pick was worth it. What a trade that was. And here right now is the current draft order if the season was to end today, okay? Let's take a look at this. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. All right, so first pick overall, Houston Texans. Who cares? They stink. Number 2 is the Chicago Bears. Who cares? They stink. Number 3 picking is Seattle Seahawks from Denver. Now, Denver's got to be upset that they lost that pick. Okay? They have to be upset. I assume there's probably going to be a quarterback that goes 1-2. So, we'll see how that goes. But number 4, you have the Detroit Lions from the Los Angeles Rams. Can you believe the Rams have no first-round picks? They stink. And then number 5, Philadelphia Eagles from the New Orleans Saints. From 3 to 5, each one of those teams drafting are teams that traded for that first round pick. That is unbelievable. I don't think I've ever seen anything quite like that. But the Saints are 4-9. Remember, we play the Saints, and I think their schedule is set up that they're going to lose some more games. Listen, what we need is we need the Rams to win games. We need Denver to win games, and we need Chicago to win games. I want the Eagles to get that pick up to number 2. I want them to get it up to number 2 where somebody wants to trade up for a quarterback, and then you can get a windfall of even more draft picks, It would be great if something like, If something like Carolina was like at 5 or 6 where they are now, and they want to get a quarterback and they're willing to trade up to 2, and we get a couple first round picks and only go back to like 5 or 6, that would be like best case scenario. I gotta say. So we'll see. But I mean, the Eagles, you can't ask for anything better. You can't ask for anything better. Now, we did have a couple roster moves that I want to talk about real quick. The first and the biggest thing is the Eagles placed Robert Quinn on the IR. Maybe this is what's been wrong with him the whole time. He's had a knee injury, something bothering him, and maybe that's why, he hasn't done anything for us. So if he's hurt, let's get him rest. Let's get him ready to go. He should be back, I think, after week 17. So he'll be back for the playoffs, and that's what we need. The Eagles also signed defensive end Janarius Robinson to the active roster from injured reserve. They waived Andre Chichara. I know I say his name wrong all the time, and I apologize. I like that kid. They released defensive Anthony Rush. It seems like every other week they're releasing Anthony Rush. Cornerback Javelin Guidry, plus wide receiver Quan Baker from the practice squad. So they released 3 guys from the practice squad. I know Avonte Maddox, it sounds like he is going to be able to come back and play this week. So hoping that'll happen. When you look at the IR and where we're at right now, here's the schedule for some of our guys to come back, right? Avonte Maddox is eligible to return week 14, which is this week at the Giants. Dallas Goedert comes off the IR week 15 at the Bears. C.J. Gardner-Johnson comes back week 17 versus the Saints. So he could play his old team. That's awesome. Robert Quinn, week 18. I thought it was 17 for some reason. It's week 18 versus the Giants. So that's when Robert Quinn is eligible to come back. So that's when these guys can come back. Each week we're getting better. We're getting stronger. And getting Avonte Maddox and Dallas Goedert, especially before that big matchup with Dallas, is going to be huge. Listen, this game with the Giants, we're going to talk a lot about it. I also want the Giants. I think the Eagles are too much for the Giants. I think the Eagles should win. But I do expect a close game. I do think this is going to be a close game. Why? Because these games typically are usually close into the fourth quarter. It's very rare when one or the other beats the crap out of each other and blows them out. So I'm not expecting that. But I'm expecting a close game. And like I said, I think where the Eagles are going to have the advantage is I don't like the Giants' passing game. I think that's going to be a problem for the New York Giants, especially with the Eagles' secondary. We're going to get into this game all week. A lot of things going on. But right now, Howie Roseman looks like an absolute genius. GM of the year. And my only fear now is he's such a good trade. He's such a good GM, especially with trades. I think that the GMs around the league are going to get scared to trade with him because they don't want to get fired. That's what I'm worried about. That what could happen. We'll see. With that said, take care. Talk to you later. Of course, don't be a dingbat. Remember, it's Howie Vision. We're all just living in it. Can you imagine Baddog in a toupee, a ugly toupee? Oh man, maybe one that has like sideburns connected to it. It would be absolutely fantastic. I ain't afraid to do battle with the Giants. We got 2 big giant content creators, and it's time to go to battle. I've been waiting all year for this, all year, and it's go time, baby. It's go time. Denzel Washington.